Thank you, everybody who has come up here and shared something of their motivation and their interest and their feeling in response to this question. We just wanted to make the opportunity available for anybody who hadn't sort of registered and volunteered and did have a story that is on the tip of their lips to come up and share that. Gentlemen there, please do come on down and introduce yourself and let us know what you would like to say.
Good afternoon. Julian Ruck, writer, broadcaster and columnist. Now, with all due respect to the speakers so far, what I've heard little of are the honest, brutal facts as to what exactly goes on with the Arts Council and so on in Wales where freedom of expression is concerned. Firstly, what hasn't been pointed out is that in any democracy, it is a given that we have an independent and free media and press. This is not the case in Wales, and believe you me, I speak from experience. We have BBC Wales, full, and I mean full, to bursting point, with journalists, presenters, staffers, even previous controllers, who have all had their books and life stories paid for by the taxpayer. Not to mention multiple bursaries. Take Brian Meakin, £4,000 from Literature Wales, and we have yet to see one written, let alone published, word. Not one. Western Mail, editors, full, all been riding the taxpayer gravy train. Martin Shipton's classic work last year on the People's Parliament. Guess what? Guess who paid for it? The taxpayer. ITV Wales, exactly the same. And as for S4C, I'm not going to even begin on that. Now, I've been a political commentator with Westminster for 18 months. All this has been put out there. I have sat in press briefings at the Assembly, put all this data out there right next to the Welsh journalists. Not a word. And I sit here and listen to this fantasy, and it is a fantasy, of freedom of expression and speech in Wales. When anyone in Wales stands up and brutally criticises the Welsh establishment with their own data, one encounters nothing but threat, dirty tricks, you name it, it happens. Now, I have listened to the Arts Council of Wales, and I must point out here that some who have spoken do and, of course, have sat at the top table of Welsh arts for years. Many have been recipients of thousands and thousands of pounds from the taxpayer, multiple bursaries. We have ex-editors of BBC Wales sitting on the Literature Wales awarding panels, awarding themselves thousands and thousands of pounds in bursaries. And yet I hear youngsters here who don't even get a look in. And that is what is so disgraceful. And this has gone on for years. So people need to wake up and let's have some real truth and some real freedom of speech, because it seems to me I'm the only political commentator and journalist so far to date in Wales that has put the truth out there. Thank you.
Thanks very much. The way that this is going to happen now, we've had a sort of opportunity to hear from as broad a range of people as have wanted to come forward and share things from the soapbox that we've offered, if you like, is to move after a break into a space and a period of discussion on a much more interpersonal level. I would invite you, whilst you're away at the break, just to have a think about the things that have resonated with you here today. When you come back, I'll explain exactly how that discussion is going to work. It'll be very simple and light and open and free for you to engage as you please. If we can be back to start promptly at 3:45, that would be terrific. Thank you very much.